What if everything in Lord of the Mysteries, the gods, the pathways, the very fabric of reality, was simply the dream of the original creator? A grand illusion maintained by the vestiges of an ancient being, slowly fading, splitting, and evolving? Today, we explore this mind-bending possibility through the lens of the fool's dream in Circle of Inevitability and the terrifying potential of fooling and grafting. In Circle of Inevitability, we are introduced to an unsettling truth. The fool's dream is not merely an illusion, but an alternate reality where advancement, nourishment, and even physical conditions can be grafted onto waking existence. The key concept here is fooling, grafting knowledge, experiences, and even transformation onto reality, forces the very fabric of existence to accept the lie. If Franca can trick the world into believing she has advanced within Mr. Fool's dream, then, if a powerful enough existence, say, the original creator, dreamed deeply enough, wouldn't that dream become indistinguishable from reality? Franca herself ponders, from this perspective, the real world might also be the dream of that initial being. Thankfully, it has awakened and split. The creation story of Lord of the Mysteries tells us that on the first day, the original creator awoke and created the world, but reality, the spirit world, the astral world, and fate were still interwoven. This means that at the beginning, all of existence was a formless chaos, an indistinct dream with no defined structure. It wasn't until the second day, with the birth of the mother goddess of depravity and the oldest one's actions, that reality gained foundation and structure. The river of fate began to flow, and true distinctions emerged. If the original creator was the first dreamer, then the act of creating and splitting might be akin to a lucid dreamer slowly becoming aware, allowing the dream to take on a self-sustaining form. This is where the visionary and fool pathways, two key personas of the original creator, become vital. The primordial God Almighty, ruler of the visionary pathway, and the Lord of the Mysteries, ruler of the fool pathway, embody the very essence of shaping perception and rewriting reality. The visionary molds fate and illusion, while the fool governs deception and the blurring of truth and falsehood. If the universe is a dream, then these pathways might be remnants of the dreamer's mind, mechanisms left behind to maintain the illusion. The visionary pathway, once under the dominion of the original creator and later God Almighty, does not merely alter perception. It is the power to weave reality itself through dreams and thoughts. Each sequence of this pathway grants abilities that reinforce the concept of a fabricated world. A dreamwalker can modify their target's dreams, while a dreamweaver creates illusions so convincing that the target remains unaware they are dreaming. An author can dictate the fate and actions of living beings, manipulating them into believing their choices are their own. At the apex, a visionary can shape imagination into reality and direct the course of history itself. The ability to envision becomes crucial. What is reality but the sustained vision of an unimaginably powerful being? If a demigod can solidify a dream into reality under the right conditions, then a true god, or the original creator, could impose an entire world into existence simply by dreaming deeply enough. The very foundation of existence could be the manifestation of a visionary god's final, lingering dream. Similarly, the Evernight pathway governs darkness, concealment, and, most crucially, the ability to create dreams so vivid that they are indistinguishable from reality. This mastery over concealment and deception directly ties into the theory that the universe itself could be an elaborate dream. However, no pathway embodies the power of illusion more than the fool. The ability to make reality accept what is false, to fool even fundamental laws of existence, suggests a recursive paradox. What if the fool is both the creator and the created, the dreamer and the dream? If the original creator was the first fool, both the dreamer and the dream, then the fundamental paradox of existence emerges. A dreamer conjures worlds, fabricates narratives, and creates lives within their unconscious mind. But what happens when the dreamer forgets they are dreaming? When they become a character within their own illusion? The fool pathway is inherently tied to deception, inversion, and self-delusion. Its greatest trick may not be the manipulation of others, but the act of deceiving itself. If the original creator, in its omnipotence, dreamt up a universe so vast and intricate that it lost itself within it, then reality is merely an extension of a forgotten imagination, a cosmic illusion sustained by the dreamer's unconscious will. In this framework, the act of awakening is not merely the ascent to greater power. It is the unraveling of existence itself. If the original creator were to fully awaken, the dream would cease. This might explain why divergence is necessary. It was a mechanism to stabilize the dream, preventing it from collapsing into nothingness. But what if this awakening is inevitable? If the fool is both creator and created, then the moment it realizes its own nature, the paradox might resolve itself. The dream might break. The end of the Lord of the Mysteries universe may not be an apocalypse in the conventional sense. It may simply be the moment the dreamer finally opens their eyes. But here lies the terrifying reality. Every time a great old one accommodates additional sefirots, fragments of the original creator's body, they take a step closer to the nature of the primordial dreamer. And with this closeness comes an irreversible consequence: the aggregation instinct. Sefirots are not just domains of power. They are remnants of a unified existence, echoes of the original creator before the split. The more a great old one accommodates, the more they embody the essence of that lost totality. And as they approach this threshold, the dreamer's forgotten instinct begins to surface, the need to reunite, to restore what was once whole. This is why the aggregation instinct becomes uncontrollable, why those who tread too close to omnipotence cannot resist the pull. But what if this is not just the madness of power? What if this is the dream trying to wake itself up? The closer a great old one comes to embodying the original creator, the less stable the dream becomes. The instinct to unify is not mere greed. It is the subconscious effort of the dreamer to piece together its fragmented self. And what happens when that process is complete? What happens when a being, now indistinguishable from the original creator, accommodates enough sefirots to truly become whole again? The answer is terrifying. The moment of total unification may not grant absolute power. It may trigger the final awakening. The dreamer would no longer be lost within its own illusion. The dream would end, and with it, everything that has ever existed. Perhaps this is why pillars cannot accommodate additional sefirots. Why the aggregation instinct leads to madness and destruction before completion. The Lord of the Mysteries universe does not resist this process out of balance, nor out of morality, but out of necessity. Because the moment the dreamer fully reconstructs itself, it will awaken, and the world will cease to be.